just need to see how AHQ want to start off this series. You can already see Dispenser and Borkum actually placed on A long. This is something they actually like to do a lot, but it leaves them a little bit vulnerable, especially since it's Borkum going there instead of Dubstep. I mean, you don't have a flash to carry you out. Dubstep doing good work on the other side of the map, though, so at the very least, it's worth it in that sense. Can Borkum survive over here is the question. Seems like the answer is a resounding yes.
Yeah, a lot of backup going in there, especially with like Dubstep playing across the map as well, trying to bait players across. And the flashes, what they had there was able to make it happen. So, Bren Esport, up 2 players already. Not a lot of health left on AHQ. Fantastic start for the pistol round and for this defensive half.
AHQ just timid now. Low health on Milk as well. Pretty difficult for them to push into anything here, just hoping that they'll be able to catch someone, but Bren are too good of a team to let that happen, at least for now. Very interesting lurk up mid here, yeah. Lily's gotten a lot of presence here. Ooh, barely wins that because Dispenser was 5 HP. But things not going so well over on A long and AHQ. I think they're pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah, even with that frag, not a lot of health left on these 2 guys, and trying to push completely different sites. I have no idea what's going on. They don't even have the spike. They're just looking for frags now. Get some damage down. Maybe look for a force as a result, but Humi takes down
consistent. As the op player for Bren, in all honesty, there are a lot of times where just won't hit a shot. And even though he double dips and gets the kill there, the fact is the run up A long was timed then to where Dubstep was never actually going to be able to get away. So instead of trading, you know, 1 for 1, trades for, well, I mean, instead of trading 1 for 1 and holding the spot, trades 1 for 1 and loses the site. Oh, Jesus. No.
Yeah, it's all about site control.
You're so deep on B right now. Speaking of site control, yeah, honestly. That's not ideal.
That was not so good. Milk
all right.
rectifies it with the frenzy there, but 3 versus 3. And no commit to a site yet. They're looking towards A. Borkum has to come up big here, and we know this player can. Absolutely fantastic on the Phoenix. If he catches one of these players as they move on in, there's the concussion. He's waiting around the corner. They're not expecting it. That's the frag, but doesn't expect the second. Senho Archer easily closes them out. But look at the rotate. Bren Esport are there, but can all too absolutely on it. And now, AHQ Esports starting to run away. You've both got rifles. You don't want to invest it in a pistol round like that. It's just awful.
Get out of my way.
Very heavy stack toward the other side of the map here from Bren. This is not the read that they needed. The Owl Drone will go out, spot basically no one, so at least they can be somewhat confident it's coming toward A now. But, I mean, you're going to have to give up this site, despite all the Killjoy utility being placed pretty far forward. I mean, the turret spotting people. This is going to be a heavy rotate from Bren now, but no way it comes in time to actually stop this plant from happening.
Nope, baits out some info. And throws up a good one way there to try and deny any push. Good site control, but absolutely ready for it. There comes the Killjoy. And look what AHQ do not have. The Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay. They still managed to get it with
you know what?
2
You know
great
what? I
arrows
see
there.
you. That makes up for it, Cam.
Yep.
I see you right there. Hunter's Fury is still available, obviously, for Bren. Not really getting a ton. We'll get a little bit of information, but they already knew that there were players heavily stacked inside Hell. No paranoia available. This swing out from Can is difficult, though, so Milk, even being as good as Milk is, isn't able to stop Bren from rolling. Map pick, and if Bren just carry it to victory out from here, it's hard to imagine they don't walk away with the series. Bind was always going to be the more difficult map for AHQ, and Haven's not off to a great start.
It really isn't. AHQ already down 4 rounds, and they're on the defense now. The attack side should have been some kind of respite, some kind of strength for them, but it just didn't happen. Dispenser push up, gets some good shots, takes down Rainy, doesn't get refragged as well. It's gonna have to be Kant finishing this off, but just doesn't land the shot. Jesse even takes down Leo in trade back for 1. It's 3 versus 3 now. Not a lot of health on the on AHQ's Sova of Kant, but Bren gonna push on up here, and Milk was not expecting that one. Dubstep destroys him, and now a complete site control. Borkum even going to put this spike on down. Doesn't get taken out by the second arrow, just barely. Good positioning from that player. And, oh, that paranoia does bait them out a little bit. But there it comes. The shots ring true. And Bren Esports showed just how...
Either works. It does not work for Bren. They now have to force. They're going to force into AHQ. if Bren lose this round, which mathematically they should, they're suddenly going to be inching very close to AHQ tying this up. Ooh.
Dude, they are already pushing up long.
Down.
Bren don't want to let that one go unpunished. That was a pretty brutal round for them to lose. They felt like they were in complete control, but then it all fell apart at the seams. Looking maybe for a little bit more of a rush strategy, but obviously Cypher here, they could find that kind of difficult.
You should run.
Bren Esports positioned pretty well with this lockdown
Placing swamp
to move
grenade.
on to A.
Swamp grenade out.
Gonna do it in a tempered manner. Have to expect Dubstep to try and clear trap wires with the dash. No, Borkum actually does get caught, but it doesn't matter. Oh, that's unfortunate. I like to think Io was just laughing at Kant as he hopped up the stairwell. Haha, you got his arm. Good start there too from Io, able to find that first one and back on out. Does still take a small tag, and that second one nearly takes him down. The turret gets a lot of damage done and enables Dispenser to clear that out. Suddenly things not looking so hot for AHQ. A dash in from Milk, a lot of damage taken to do so though. Now just the last one all alone in Graffiti. Not gonna be able to make it happen. Bren Esports hit double digit and swing. I mean, I guess, you know, you can say, oh, but if they wait for a swing, there might be a flash there. But yeah, but if you swing it out, your knife's right click suddenly isn't nearly as effective. Milk is also just gonna die in garage this time. That is not a good. Don't keep Milk in your garage, folks. It will spoil very quickly.
What if you have a fridge in your garage?
I mean, apparently it doesn't matter. If you ask AHQ, it doesn't help.
I mean, everything has gone pretty terribly for AHQ this game. And it started off not too bad, okay? Yeah. Things were looking okay. Milk looked pretty darn awesome. And then, well, it kind of fell apart. Bren started to get the hang of things, and Haven just did not seem like a good spot for them at all. I mean, disastrous attacking side, which didn't even come out on top. This is going to be an easy execute, easy plant, and the post plant for AHQ already at player disadvantage, and having the greatest amount of utility could make things difficult. Can't looking to quit Philosophize and then, well, move up in the fragging trade right now. As you can see, Senahuashi pushing on through, trying to find those, but all of these players going on down. Can't with the fantastic shock arrows to try and deny these plays. But unfortunately, when the smoke settles, when the dust falls, and the cyber cages are no longer up, Bren Esports shut down the round in pretty emphatic fashion.
There's room for AHQ to work.
There really is. I mean, there's so much for them to be able to do. They have ways to burst onto site with also, obviously, a lot of information we can get with the Rays as well to kind of just blow up some of these players who are high running corners. But right now they're on defense and they're just trying to send that utility downwind. Kant finds that first frag and always likes to start off things. Very impressive in that last map, especially with some of those Serbs we saw.
And Dispenser getting punished on the look immediately. Reads well for AHQ heading into further rounds of the map if they can keep that sort of punishment going. Healing here, going to bring Camp back up, but can't. Unfortunately, Rainey has abandoned the two players on site to make this happen. 3v4 now for this retake, AHQ. They've got one coming around from the back. IO ready on short, no showers control, no flash. Oh, actually one flash remaining. Immediately caught trying to use it though, and Dubstep just dismantles them as Bren take the pistol. What, 800 plus 29, that's 37. You would have spent 33 on your weapon plus your armor, so a wolf and maybe 1-2 flashes. Certainly not everything available for Rainey, and that the Sky is a pretty big pivot of this composition, right? They've been playing around Rainey more rounds than not, and partially is because of guns, sure, but oh no, Sinhochik doesn't have a molly. Watch that. Smoke has already been used too, so only one available for the rest of the round now for this Brimstone. There goes the wolf. It does spot one out in short, but deep in short, so AHQ shouldn't be too concerned that this is going toward A, but they have a lot of info deep in sand too from this camera coming out of IO, so a lot of info there as the Hunter's Fury comes out maybe a little bit ambitious there.
Ooh, catches a player. almost finds some more damage on them and finishes them off, but they just about managed to dodge out of that. Rainy ready to try and counterflash this situation. They push on in. This could be a big opportunity for them, but Bren entirely aware of where they're going to be pushing yet. It's a good flash, but it doesn't allow Milk to actually land any frags. Going to see the wall come on through, and Borkum caught in the animation. Really well played there by Rainy. They're going to continue to contest that. He finds a 3K. Bren, however, wants to keep up on this dispenser, trying to fire on through. Knows where they are, but Rainy with the 4K. The sky comes up big.
As now again they are back to eco, but it just goes back to it feels strange to me that AHQ have brought out this composition because it doesn't seem to be as effective as it needed to be for making it as unorthodox as it is, right? You would think that with like the Wolf, with the Flashes, with the Sova still on the team, that there would be a lot of the information game for AHQ, that they would be able to punish, pincer, and rotate around Bren Esports and sort of play the macro, play the chess game on the minimap. But they haven't shown the ability to do that thus far. What they have shown is they like these buckies. Okay.
Yeah, big shot coming through. Brent are down to 3, but there's still 3 very capable fraggers with a gun advantage. HQ do manage to find another Milk, wants to try and secure that rifle, but doesn't know that they can. Oh, this is going to be so difficult for them. You can see playing from multiple different angles now. Milk is very much amongst a pretty awful position to be in, and you can see Bren just completely.
Riker die. Maybe it's Bren don't want to risk it. You know, we used that in that series. We think of other tactics now. Maybe they just don't feel like they need to pull it out. Dispenser probably going to get spotted by this owl drone. Swinging out there, will get out of dodge. Caught by his own team's paranoia. Not quite worthwhile either, as Humi is going to pay for it. And Dispenser caught as well. A site free and clear now, but Dubstep already back around short. Ready to contest this sooner rather than later in a position that should be expected. The camera, I believe, does actually spot Dubstep there as well. Things still a little bit dicey for AHQ. One low health player. Sanoichik throwing out the stim pack. At least makes it difficult for Bren to retake. Jesse Vash creeping onto the site. Recon dart at the ready. Gives a lot of information, and Dubstep can push up short off that one. Nice right clicks too. One is gone and the other one's forced into his waiting arms as Dubstep is here now. Showers is the only thing AHQ have left in their possession. And they don't have much health. Time is running low, though. Bren need to make it happen now, and I don't think they have enough time. They do! Borkum was sticking, or Jesse Vash, rather, was sticking in the smoke.
Before they even let them get anywhere near.
Go down swinging, AHQ. Might as well. Bren Esport looking like an unbelievably strong team. Wolf there is destroyed. A flash going to be committed to no avail. Actually went into the teleporter. I don't think that was intentional from AHQ. Now they don't really have much to contest to him. He's able to cleave through them. Is punished, and ultimately it's 2-2. Dubstep into the smoke. Beautifully played. Excellent positioning over the wall. Maybe a little ambitious there. But sets up Borkum for one last one, and Jesse Vash will shut it down. Empty the clip.
That'll be a really good one. I think AHQ to Bapple are very similar strength and should have a good matchup.
One last round for AHQ to show us what they're made of. Already going straight on in. The orbital strike at the ready. Going straight into lamps. Nobody there. But Dispenser is taken down over by Showers. Humi and Dubstep good to hold this, though. Dubstep coming around from the back. Suddenly, Sanoichik is caught, and Rainy has to push out to try and let the Brimstone get somewhere safe. We'll be able to do so. On site now, AHQ, but 3v5, and here comes the run it back. Borkum nails IO there. Rainy good for one, but Jesse Vash will clean it up. And the defuse will come through. Bren Esport in dominant fashion, losing only 7 rounds across 2 maps, will go to meet Team Shift in the upper bracket final.
Absolutely brilliant stuff from Brent, proving that they are one of the powerhouses in this tournament.